Fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks, weighing in at 228 1/2 pounds. He comes to us from Kansas City, Missouri, with a professional record of 12 wins, 3 losses, 9 of those wins by knockout. Tui, the smoking Samoan Toia.
And there is Tui Toia, known as the smoking Samoan.
Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with red stars, weighing in at 238 1/2 pounds. Comes to us from Kansas City, Missouri, with a professional record of 38 wins, 2 losses, 33 of those wins by knockout. Tommy Morrison.
And there he is, the big puncher, Tommy Morrison. And Morrison might just epitomise the big punching white heavyweight, because everybody, to a man almost, has accused him of having a glass jaw. But he's got some very good wins on his record, which I'll get to a little bit later. But this one, 10 rounds, and no one, of course, has heard so far of Tui Toia, the smoking Samoan. But both these men originate from the same town, Kansas City in Missouri. And Tommy Morrison out to avenge his brother Tim, who was beaten on points by Toia back in '92. In his 3 losses, the smoking Samoan's only been stopped once. And in Morrison's 2 losses, he's been stopped twice. And you might remember the first time he lost was against Ray Mercer, when they contested the vacant WBO title, which was given him by Michael Moorer, of course. But prior to that, he had a couple of good wins. He stopped James Tillis in the first, Pinkham Thomas in the first, and then, of course, the Mercer match, and it was a blinding, blistering battle until the 5th round of that beautiful combination of punches from Mercer. And what has happened to him since? He also stopped Joe Hip in 9, but interestingly, he had Hip on the floor, but had to get off the floor himself and suffered a broken jaw against Joe Hip. And last year, stopped Carl Williams in 8. And then I think the big one came when he outpointed George Foreman. WBO title was at stake then, of course. And then that farcical match with Tim Tomaszek, which was originally mooted as a defence of his title. And Tomaszek was dragged out of the crowd to fight Morrison. Had no idea at all when he arrived as a spectator with his wife. And Tomaszek went 4 rounds with Morrison. Then, of course, came that terrible blowout at the hands of Michael Bent, who was subsequently blown out by Herbie Hyde. So this WBO heavyweight championship has not had a very illustrious history. Chucked in the bin by Moorer. Mercer beaten by Jesse Ferguson. And I could go on, but I shan't. Morrison now a pro since November of 1988. And Toia turned pro back in July of '89. Morrison looking altogether the much bigger man of these two. So it's a good first round then for Tommy Morrison, but not blazing as you would anticipate. Just taking a bit of time here. Wants a few rounds under his belt, I'm sure. And of course Morrison blew a $7.5 million payday when he lost his title to Michael Bent, because he should have faced Lennox Lewis. And those immortal words spoken by Morrison after the Bent loss, he said, and I quote, "I zigged when I should have zagged." 29 years of age, Toia, originally from Independence, Missouri, which is in fact a suburb of Kansas City, so still 2 local men, or 2 men local to each other.